Yes,
So
yes.
what are the cons?
What are the cons? So one, the safety net cuts, major reduction to Medicaid, work requirements, stricter
Go back
eligibility.
again. Go back again. we can't just skip over Medicaid because Medicaid helps millions of
Millions,
Americans.
yes, millions.
Black and white.
Yes.
And in between.
And in between, yes. So
Because we know, as a tax preparer, that some people sell their kids. Because they say,
Yeah,
for
some
example,
people, yeah.
not as in like sell, but I will give you my child's social security.
for money.
Yeah, and then because I've already claimed the 3, that's a limit. I have 6 kids. These people have a lot of kids.
Especially in
Spanish-
African American community and the Spanish,
Hey,
black and brown.
I think the Spanish take the cab.
Yeah, they,
Spanish people
they be popping them out. Pop, pop, pop,
popping
pop.
those kids.
Crack, popping it.
And of course, my skin color. Our entertainment, you know what it is. So we're popping them kids too.
But he got messed up, and then
Was he really trying to fix it?
I don't know.
Elon Musk never does anything for
I know
anyone.
for his
It was for his benefit, and then now he's realizing that with this big, fat, ugly bill,
getting screwed.
He's getting screwed. Let's chill.
What's good, people? What's good, everyone? Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. Yes, you know, it's your boy, Coach LJ, and you know what we're about. We're about breaking down what's really going on in your world so you can live smarter, stronger, and more prepared. Are you ready for another empowering episode on today? What's popping on today on Chilling with the Chaplins, Lady Siza?
Today we are unpacking the big, beautiful bill. Did I say it right?
Yes, big, beautiful bill, yes.
Also known as the 2025 tax bill, which has officially been passed and is now law. We're going to break down what it really means for your family, your paycheck, and your future in plain, simple language. Not the language that you're hearing from Congress and the Senate and the news. We're going to break it down in simple language so that you understand and know what to expect.
In layman terms, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to talk about who wins and who loses. Because there are going to be winners and losers.
Yes.
Like
it's
it
always
or not.
gonna be. It's always winners and losers.
Absolutely.
Always.
So let's just give a quick summary of this big, I feel like I have to say big, beautiful
Emphasize the
bill
big.
every time.
Emphasize the
just
big,
like
beautiful.
my president, big, beautiful bill. Signed
That big, beautiful
July 4th, 2025, which brings sweeping tax cuts, Medicaid and SNAP cuts, new remittance taxes, and hefty immigration enforcement spending. They're upping that immigration budget.
Yes, they want to get that ice. They want to get these people out of here.
Good and not so great.
Okay. Yes.
Because, you know, every country depends on immigration. Yes, it
I
has to be
agree.
controlled to some extent, but if you're just kicking everybody out, you're going to see it hurt your economy. So let's break it all down. How it helps or hurts you. It will do one of the two. Either you, your neighbors, and the middle class, and folks sending money home like myself. So what's happening so far, LJ?
Yeah, so the bill passed Congress in early July. Senate on July 1st, which was 51 to 50.
Can you imagine? One vote.
One vote.
And so the one vote was the deputy president
Okay.
had to cut the tie because it was tied.
Oh.
So he was
The vice president. The vice president
Well,
was-
we say deputy. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
DP. What?
Vice President
Whatever.
Ransom.
Yeah, he had to. He was the tiebreaker. And of
Oh.
course, we knew he was gonna go with.
So that means some
It was a 50-50.
Republicans.
Yep.
So some Republicans was on the side of
Yep,
Democrat.
3 Republicans. Yep.
Ah.
I believe 3 or 4, yeah. Because remember, they have a slim
Lead.
yeah. So
For the House,
it's just
for
a
the
matter of a
Senate.
few people that will jump ship, and have a conscience, because that's all it takes. It needed somebody who has a conscience, because the surface level looks good. But when you go deeper, as you're going to find out, doesn't look so great.
Yes. And so we know in the House on July 3rd, which was 18 to 214, which was also a slim. They got
Very slim.
Very slim. They got about 4 people, and was signed by President Trump on July 4th. You know, he wanted Independence Day.
It was our Independence Day gift.
Yes, Independence Day gift. So, you know, he wanted to make this big impact. He wanted this thing to be done so that he could do this big thing on Independence Day, sign his bill. So it permanently extends Trump ever tax cuts, introduces new ones, no taxes on tips over time, which is great.
And that was a promise that he made on
his campaign.
On his campaign, but there is.
And there's always a but, right?
There's always a but. There's a cap to that.
Yes, there's a cap to that, where we will learn later on.
So does it really benefit us?
Also expanded child tax credit,
which is a good thing, but there's also a but.
Salt cap raise.
A good thing, but there's a but.
Finances bigger ICE budgets.
That's all I can say in that one.
And implement safety net reduction and a remitted tax. So how it affects the lower and middle class. So how do it affect the lower?
Bill. We're not going to deny that, but like we said, majority of them are surface level. So really, really look deep into these things, because you don't want to be excited by a temporary relief. We want something that's more permanent, right? So, for example, the tax relief, it's only permanent for individual rate protections, right? So no taxes on tips or overtime through 2028. So it's not going to be forever. It's only while he's in power.
Yeah, only while. And that's the thing you got to consider with this bill, because a lot of this bill is only until he's in power. And when he's out of power, you're going to see a lot of changes.
It's going to revert back, or he's going to leave a bigger mess that was created by what he did.
Yeah, and then who would get the blame? The next person.
Of course.
But
and of course
it was caused by this administration.
And we know with how things are working out right now, the chances are a Democrat is going to be elected, because Republicans...
So be patient, even with if the Democratic win the next time, be patient with them, because this stuff, you might see a negative impact because of this bill when the next president...
It's not even a might, it's a guarantee.
Guarantee that you're going to see a negative
impact. So for the first 4 years, they're going to be cleaning up Trump's mess.
Yes.
You know, so look at the child credits. Yes, it's going to be increased by a whole $500. And people are going to be loving Trump for that. But forgetting that it's going to be only for 4 years again until he's out of office. So that will run, in fact, it will be, currently it's up to $2,200 or $2,000 per child. Now he's going to raise it to $2,500. And yes, people are going to get a bigger tax return, refund for those who are eligible, but for those who are not eligible, it's not going to help them in any ways, you know. But also, don't forget that it's only valid until 2028. After 2028, we'll revert back to the normal tax deduction or tax credit, child credit. Okay. Another positive is there's going to be a slight SALT increase. SALT in plain language is that it's the limit that the federal and the state government can deduct from your taxes. So that's going to increase up to $30,000, which will help some homeowners. Not all, it's especially first-time homeowners. Okay, right. And then the fun one that Trump is introducing is something called the Baby Trump account. That is $1,000 one-time child credit per child to kickstart a savings account as soon as a child is born, January 1st, 2025 till 31st of December, 2028. Any newborns born within that time, but one of the parents must be a green card holder or a United States citizen. That way, the child will get that money. We'll actually do a whole episode about that and break it down. But yeah, he's coming up with something called the baby Trump account. Okay,
You know you gotta stamp his name on something.
everything has to have his name.
Yeah.
The downfall of that Trump account is that they can turn around and say, "Oh, we were kidding," and pull it back because the children are only able to benefit from this money when they turn 18, but there will be penalties. Full access will be when they turn 30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
okay.
you can put in money into the account as parents of the child because it's like a savings account that can be put into the stock market for it to grow. Good thing, yes, but it's going to also affect the gap between the wealthy and the poor because the wealthy can put in as much money as they can or they want, while the poor have no extra to put in. Because we already know that jobs are compromised right now. So
Yes.
what are the cons?
What are the cons? So one, the safety net cuts. Major reduction to Medicaid, work requirements, stricter eligibility.
Go back again. we can't just skip over Medicaid because Medicaid helps millions of
Millions,
Americans.
yes, millions.
Black and white.
Yes.
And in between.
And in between, yes. So,
So what is Medicaid?
So Medicaid is the government funded your Medicare. So it's
For those who don't know.
yes. So if you maybe on SSI, it's for anyone that's not.
What
a
is
citizen.
SSI?
Uh,
Don't assume that everybody that's watching is American.
SSI is Social Security. I don't know what the I stand
Insurance,
for.
I believe.
Insurance, yeah, something like that. It's disability. So Medicaid is for anyone that's not a senior. So it's like it covers you if you're not eligible to take the senior benefits. You know, senior benefit. I think they changed it to
Impesheni.
they what
Impesheni for pensioners.
pensioners. Yes. So it's basically anyone they changed it. It used to be 62, then it went to 65.
Can you imagine? They
Now-
want us to die
Now
working.
now the retired age is 67. We could do a whole
Can
episode.
you imagine
Yeah.
America?
We could do a whole episode on that because they realize people are living longer, and so the reason why the whole
But that's
purpose,
unfair because by the
I
time
know.
you go to pension,
They do it on purpose.
You're on a walking stick and
they
you're not
do
even
it.
enjoying
They
your
do
money.
it on purpose because they know they don't want to be insolvent with the Social Security benefits. So they expected what the goal is: you pay into the Social Security all your life. You retire at 62. And you only collect it for 2-3 years,
Yeah,
and then you
you
die,
die.
and then they don't have to pay anything no more.
Which is
that's,
sad.
That's the plan.
But the thing is,
what-
they're going insolvent right now with these cuts. With this tax bill, we might not even get to it. We're contributing into it, but we might not even enjoy
we
it.
might not even enjoy. So they had to push it up to 65, and then they had to then later on they realized, let's push it to 67. And as people begin to live longer, it would go to 70 probably, 70, 72 years old.
And I think there are countries
Retirement
that
age.
retire at 70,
Yeah.
countries that work super hard. But America is on top, is right there on top. Because in South Africa, retirement age is 60.
60,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so for us it's 67, but in Medicaid
For both men and women?
men and women. Yeah, so Medicaid is for anyone that's not at that retirement age. So if you're under 65, you will and you don't have Medicare through your job, or you're not a senior, then you had to go to Medicaid. And it's for mostly
Low income.
low income people that normally do. Realize people are getting Medicare free money. They basically get free money. People having
It's
children.
not really free money.
But I'm saying people having children, get on welfare. So you're trying to eliminate. So that reduction to Medicaid with the work requirements, stricter eligibility, so that maybe you have a certain amount of children, you getting
Just like the child tax credit, you can only get that money up to three
children. Yeah. So it's gonna even be probably stricter regulations.
We as a tax preparer, we already received some memos that say we're gonna now triple check because the SSIs are now very important. Social Security, not SSIs. Social Securities are very important now in checking the eligibility of you being the guardian or the parent of that dependent. Because we know, as a tax preparer, that some people sell their kids. Because they say,
Yeah,
for
some
example,
people, yeah.
not as in like sell, but I will give you my child's social security.
For money.
Yeah, and then because I've already claimed the 3, that's a limit. I have 6 kids. These people have a lot of kids.
Especially in
Spanish.
African American community and the Spanish, black and brown.
I think the Spanish take the cab.
Yeah, they
Spanish people.
They be popping them out. Pop,
Popping
pop.
those kids.
Crack, popping it.
And of course, my skin color. Our entertainment, you know what it is. So we're popping them kids too. So of course they had to have a limit because if you come with 10 kids, which happens, some people will deem it unfair, and people will be popping kids for the sake. And people were doing that before they made a limit. Because before there was no limit to child tax credit.
Yes,
if you came with 6 kids, you're gonna get the $2,000 for all your 6 kids
per child, and that's why they was doing it. That's why they was. That's why they was doing it, popping on children, because in the 80s it was no limit.
Not even in the 80s, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So no, but it changed like in the late 90s.
Who's the tax preparer here?
Okay, you got a point, but. I know it changed. I thought it changed in the 90s, but maybe it haven't, because people were just having children just to have children because they know, there was no limit, and you were just going to keep getting welfare, keep doing this stuff. And so they just kept. You also have the CBO estimates, 10.9 million could lose health care. 10.9 million people
let that
could
sink
lose.
in.
Yeah, let that sink in. Could lose your health care. And so basically, those that most like those that are on Medicaid could lose their health care.
And so, which means that we'll have a sicker nation.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll have more people who will be afraid to even go to the emergency room because they know that they'll come back with a bill in America, and they would rather die at home because they don't want to have an extra bill. And as it is in America, we have a lot of people who don't have medical insurance. And because of that, people, even if you do have medical insurance, by the way, you still go to see a doctor, or you go to a hospital, depending on the kind of insurance you have, chances are you might come back with a bill.
Yes.
High chances.
Yeah, high chances.
Like probably 80% of the chance you'll come back with a bill. So medical insurance in America is kind of
it's
a joke.
not the best, yes, it's a joke. But you also have federal deficiency surge, which is up to $2.8 trillion added to national debt by 2034. So instead of lowering the debt, it's going to increase.
And that's what Elon Musk is fighting with his bestie about.
Yes, because they came in to bring down the debt. And
that's what they were selling us.
That's what they were selling us. Yeah, but I always knew that, because even when he was in office the last time, the debt went up, skyrocketed. So
then poor Biden brought it down.
Yeah. So.
But we're going back up again.
We're going back up. So.
And by 2.8 trillion.
2.8 trillion. So all he's doing is, that's why he's trying to eliminate some things, so that because he know he want to increase the debt. He want to increase the debt, but so he got to.
And so that proves that Doge was just a big fat lie.
Yeah. Well, I remember Elon Musk had to step down.
Yeah, but it was a big fat lie, because it was only for their benefit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was only for their
now
benefit.
He's turning around and calling the whole administration a joke, Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah.
He calling the whole administration a joke?
Of course he is.
Because
he's forming a whole party now.
Yeah, you got to remember, because...
You heard that? He's forming a whole political party.
Wow. Because you got to remember, though, because he came in, right? He didn't know. He was trying to fix it. But he got messed up, and then
was he really trying to fix it?
I don't know.
Elon Musk never does anything for anyone.
For his
benefit, and now he's realizing that with this big fat ugly bill, he's getting screwed.
It's also affecting the energy bill as well. So, and because he's an energy company, because of Texas is energy efficient, and the thing is. And so you gotta understand something. When he went Republican, a lot of the Republican states don't care about the solar, or they don't care about the energy. They don't care about it. But Democrat is for the energy,
clean air, to keep our earth clean for the next generation and the next generation. We believe that. Yes, I said we. We believe that climate change exists.
Yes, but the Republicans don't believe climate change exists. And so that's why they don't care about the energy or the electric cars and solar. They don't care about that because they don't believe in it. Thinking the top earners benefit most, while the bottom 20% lose about $700 a year on average. And another con is the green energy rollback. And this is and this is what he's fighting because, like we mentioned, that he's an energy company.
And this affects you and your job as well.
Yes, this also affects me. Yes.
So a solo consultant.
Yes, so it also affects. So anyone that's want to go solar, anyone that get the energy tax credit for going solar or getting an electric car, this is impacting you, and this is what he's fighting because they taking away a lot of the credits they was giving people for going the clean energy and the electric cars or solar. And so the elimination of many clean air energy credits may raise energy bills eventually. Yeah.
Well, actually, they're starting to do that because July this month, the energy bill is going up. Isn't it?
Yeah. But the tax credit that you used to get that could be going away the end of this year. So if you was getting tax credit from going clean energy or solar or even getting a electric vehicle, that could be going away this year.
The country has gone to the dogs, literally.
Yes.
So here's one that touches me and just goes straight to my heart, my mind, and my everything because I'm highly impacted by this. Impact on foreigners sending money back home. If you're a foreigner, you're an expat, you are an immigrant, you know that majority of the time, probably 90% of expats, immigrants, and foreigners, we work in foreign countries to be able to support family back home. And they know that this is part of our core life. We split our paycheck to help support families back home who are struggling or don't work for whatever reason. Now, the Trump administration has introduced, because I won't say is going to, because the bill has been passed, 1% remittance tax on all transfers is now in effect. So every time I send money home, 1%, I'll be taxed. They'll add 1% on that because that 1% will go to federal government. How will they do that? They will do it through the apps that we're using to send money home, and you have no control over it. So look at it this way. You are paying taxes already on the money that you've earned. Now, you're going to be paying taxes 3 times because in America, you pay taxes twice. You paid through federal government and you paid through the state. Now, we're going to pay the 3rd tax through the remittance tax, which is insane. 1% may look small, but it actually adds up.
Yeah, because the more you send, the more money it is. Yeah.
Yep. So, through this, though this was actually reduced, initially the 2025, what do they call it, this Project 2025, wanted them to charge us 5%. Greedy dogs. 5%.
Wow.
Of what we're sending back home. And then it was negotiated to 3.5, and thank God only 1% passed. It still adds up though, because if you look at it, if somebody is sending $500 per month home, that's about a $5 extra monthly fee. That $5 is a huge amount when you send it back home. If you, for example, I'm from South Africa. When I send money home, that $5 is. Let me do the calculations. That $5 is like 87, almost 90 rands extra that they taking from me that could potentially buy somebody's school shoes back home. That money could have supported these families in countries like South Africa, India, Mexico, Philippines, Nigeria, wherever you are as an expat, a foreigner, an immigrant sending money home. Just know that and expect that you're now going to be charged an extra 1%. So experts warn this 1% will hit these poor countries hard, reducing vital household income. Because now if I'm going to be sending 1% extra, I might just hold the 1% extra for the fee and send you 1% less at home, which means now back home, they're getting 1% less of what they usually get.
Okay, little chillers. I'm glad more money stays in your pocket this month. I want to say this month. But if that means you lose health insurance or food support, it's a harder choice than some politicians let on.
Yeah, because they're making it look good, but it's actually not that great.
Okay,
We said in the beginning, it's a temporary
fix.
right. It's like flowers on top, but when you look underneath, there's actually a lot of maggots and worms.
We lose it. We lose, and that's the sad part. And this is why, this is why we always got to continue to have these conversations. We always got to continue to fight for what we want, because we do hold the power, and we do have to make our voices heard because, on November 6th, we had an opportunity to make our voice heard. But for some reason, some people didn't want to go out there.
They ignored what Trump already had warned us about because he told us this is not a surprise. He told us.
Yes, and maybe maybe the other party maybe they didn't do a good job of.
They did. People just wanted a racist person because they thought that it was not going to hurt them, but it's actually hurting all of us. They knew exactly what they were doing.
All of us except the rich. If you rich, if you wealthy, they not being affected. But those that in the middle class and below, you being impacted with this bill. So and let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. Cuts to clean energy
because it affects your job.
Yes, cuts to clean energy could raise gas and electric rates soon. That's inflation knocking when you thought you caught a break.
There's no catching a break, let me tell you that, in this lifetime.
Yes.
So what can we do now? How can we move forward? Because what's done is done. It cannot be changed.
Yes, it cannot be
we
changed.
We cannot be blaming people who voted red.
No.
It's done.
It's done.
You regretting it helps no one right now. So I would say, just to let's give them like 5 clean tips.
Okay,
easy
fine.
tips.
Okay.
Tip number 1, track your pay stubs. And are these new tax breaks hitting your take-home money or pay? And as a tax consultant, I would advise you to, if you're seeing that you're gonna take maybe less home, or it's gonna end up making you pay more taxes, and you're not having enough taxes being taken out of your current pay, I would say consult your HR ASAP and have them take extra money off your taxes, because you're gonna owe at the end of the year if you don't track your pay stubs and to see if enough money is being taken from your taxes.
If you are using Medicaid or SNAP, look at your state's policy changes and talk to local nonprofits if needed.
Because chances are you will be affected. They want to scrap all of that out or limit the people that are getting those benefits. SNAP, for those who don't know, it's support, families who are lower income. So SNAP is your what you call them? No, SNAP is your
welfare.
Is it called welfare when you get food stamps?
Food stamps. Okay, welfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sending money home.
I know.
Compare the remittance platforms. I mean, we already do. We try to check who's giving more, which platform pays more, but I think we're going to do it even more often now, and then budget for that new tax.
Yeah, budget is very cool. And then, tell your state reps your story, especially on healthcare and remittance.
As if they care. What are they going to do? Right now, they're not saying anything.
But still, and that's why we always talk, we mentioned this before, that's why it's so important to start going to the meetings. If you haven't gone to the meetings, and I'm talking about us as well, it's very important that you go to the meetings.
The thing is, when do you even find time to go to local meetings, Leonard, when you are already working 2-3 jobs? It's really tough for the middle class and the lower class right now.
It is tough, but we gotta find time. We gotta try.
I know, so that our voices are heard.
Because by not going, your voice is not heard. Definitely not being heard. And so we gotta find out when is the meetings so that we can start preparing our schedule. Okay, you know what? The meeting is this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's clear our schedule for this Tuesday so that we could go to this meeting. So we can stop everything for an hour, 2 hours, or whatever. Because like I said, we both work. I'll do 2 or 3 things, even building a business. But so we need to okay, you know what? This Tuesday, the meeting is Tuesday at 7 p.m. Let's stop what we're doing so that we can spend that hour, 2 hours at the meeting. So this is what we got to do. If you want to make changes in your community, you got to begin to talk to your local politician, begin to go to the meetings, and let them know what you want, what your concerns, and if enough people go, because it's not going to change just with one person. We need everyone in the community to show up, not just one person that have agreed we need everyone in the community.
Just be on the lookout because things are about to change and change fast. If it means that you get a new skill, upskill, do something that you think in the near future will not be phased out by AI or by these politicians or by inflation, go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm planning on doing something as well on the side because you just don't know. And I know one thing that LJ always emphasize is getting a side gig, especially with this new tax bill, because as we have heard, maybe we didn't cover it as much, is that the people who have businesses will benefit from this.
Yes.
There's actually, I believe, 20% additional deduction that they're going to get from whatever expenses that they went into their businesses. So it's a plus for people with businesses. But if you don't have a business and just have a 9 to 5 and you're W-2 a taxpayer, it's going to hit you. It will hit you, especially people who are single without dependents. It's going to hit you.
They're going to hit you.
People who are even married without dependents, it's going to hit you. The people that's going to benefit from this tax bill right now in the middle class and lower class are people who have dependents. That's it.
Yeah, dependents, or you have a side hustle, or you have a business. That's going to impact. Those are the ones that's going to be protected. Those that have dependents.
For 4 years, though.
Yeah, those that have.
Don't forget that.
Yes,
only 4 years.
Yeah, for 4 years. Those that have dependents, but the rich and the wealthy, those that have a business, it's permanent. Yeah, it's permanent.
And that's what the Democrats are fighting about. That you're making it for the lower class and the middle class who actually pay most taxes.
Yes.
Only temporary, and then for the upper class, it's a permanent tax break.
Yeah.
The math is not math.
And this is why I'm for starting a side hustle. Now, maybe that side hustle will turn to a business. We don't know that. But you start it, you learn, and if you need help, maybe you don't know how to get started. You know, you're like, I don't have an idea what side hustle I should start, what business I get into. If you need help, if you want help, you want to start a business, you have an idea, you maybe not on where to go and what to do, how to start a business, I'm here to help you. Your boy, Coach LJ. I do have a total business assets boot camp that will help you to start that business, to structure the business so that you can take back the power from these politicians, and you can protect yourself when these things will affect you if you're just a 9-to-5 employee. So definitely the link is in the description for the Total Business Assets Bootcamp. And if you want to start a business, yeah, I'm your guy. I'm here to help you. I went to school. I learned business. I understand business. I studied business as well as I did launch a free business as well, and also built a $1 million team. You know, where the company, I built the team and generated $1 million for my company that I was working for. So if you want to know how to build a business or start a business and structure it the right way, yeah, come see me. The link is in the description. Total Business Assets.
I'll throw that in.
Yes.
Final thought is that this bill name promises beauty, but the beauty depends on your lens and where you're coming from in terms of income. Are you lower income, middle income, higher income? Some families will gain and others, actually many, will lose because the majority of the people in this country are middle class and lower class. So immigrants sending money home, we get hit too. Knowledge is power. So share this video so that people know and understand what's going on and then act. Don't just sit on the sideline and watch. Do something. make a difference in your life.
And like you always say, you know, I like this. What you always say, you used to say, the bottom is too crowded. So let's push ourselves to get to the top, and let's meet each other at the top. And this is why this conversation is a must, so that we can continue growing, so that we can continue to elevate ourselves to the top. Because knowledge is power. But I like to extend that, because knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is more powerful. So after you receive the knowledge, what you're gonna do with the knowledge. So it's very important not just get the knowledge, but apply the knowledge into your life. And this is what we're here for, is to help you, give you game, give you insights, so that you also can do your own research and then expand on that knowledge and then apply it. So let's keep the momentum. We want to ask you to comment on this episode. Comment on the episode, like it, share. It does help us to reach more people.
Big time.
Big time. So
if you don't leave a comment, nobody sees it. If you leave a comment and like, some people see it. Let's push it. We'll ask you to subscribe to Chilling with the Chaplins, and like, share this video. We really appreciate that. And also, we want to say, send it to people who need to know about this big, beautiful bill. I know it's just being causing a lot of hoo-ha out there, and people just don't understand what it is, because it's apparently this thick. So nobody has the time to go through every page. We've summarized it so that you're able to at least understand the basics.
Digest a little bit.
Or just the major points.
Yes.
So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.
Follow us on the audio. We thank you for supporting us on the audio platform. If you watch, listen, go to the audio. Support us, follow us, leave a review. That also continue to grow on the audio side. Get these downloads up. So leave a review and follow us over there.
Okay, he said it many times to follow. So if you don't follow, you'll be breaking his heart. Thank you. Take care. Have a good one.
Take care. Deuces. Peace.